Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome to It's Obvious Gaming's E3 2016 coverage. I am your host, Preston Pugh, and I am joined by my two very best friends, Garrett Drake.
Good evening, Preston.
And Jacob Alka.
Hello, Preston.
What a time to be alive. Gentlemen, we just witnessed the Ubisoft press conference.
We did.
What did you think?
I thought it was pretty good. I
can I ask
mostly
you a
enjoyed
quick
it.
question first?
What's that?
What'd you throw?
It was a little fuzz. I thought it was like a booger or something on the table. And when I first saw it, I was like, if that is a booger, one, how did it get there? And two, why is it on the table? But it wasn't. It was a fuzz, so I flicked it across the room like any normal human being would if they found a fuzz. So
What would you have done if it was a booger?
I probably would have questioned whose booger it was and gotten to the bottom of the investigation.
It's on your side of the table.
We would have played a little game of E3 Clue, like the game Clue, but E3 edition. And I would get to the bottom of it, and I'd probably flick it at you instead of onto the floor. But Ubisoft, I mostly enjoyed it. Things that stood out to me. Mostly, for me, my favorite part was the Fractured But Whole, South Park. I thought the gameplay they showed looked like a ton of fun. It was hilarious. Mostly looks very enjoyable. It's cool that if you pre-order or pre-purchase the game now, you can play Stick of Truth for free. Is that correct?
Yes, on the PlayStation Network, Xbox, and Steam.
Cool.
If you pre-order it, I think at GameStop, Best Buy, or Amazon, you actually get a code in the physical game.
Okay.
So
that's awesome.
Yes.
But yeah, that was my favorite part of the conference.
Yeah. My favorite part was, well, Jacob, what was your favorite part? I'm interested in what you think.
Well, the conference was great overall, I guess. It was just way too long. I mean, I thought the Microsoft was really long, but this one trumped even that.
Right.
So, like Garrett said, I really enjoyed the Fractured But Whole. And also, Watch Dogs 2 looked pretty exciting.
It does. I'm excited about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think Microsoft's was too long. I thought just comparing the two, Ubisoft's was double the length of Microsoft, and I think had less than half of the announcements that Microsoft had. Microsoft was
just so seamless.
Yeah, it was very just like it was paced out very well. Just like they didn't harp on something for too long. They were just kind of booking through it,
right.
Which Ubisoft definitely should have done. It was way too long, way too much unnecessary stuff where they should have just come out and been like, all right, here's the games, blah, 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 let's go. The biggest standout for me was the new Splinter Cell reveal. I really like that they're giving Sam Fisher some more time to shine. So
like we were both hoping.
I really appreciate that, Ubisoft, that you're taking the one of the best stealth franchises of all time and really reimagining it and making it a mainstream game that stealth fans are coming to love.
Exactly.
So, thank you so much, Ubisoft, for that, for listening to me. Thank you. Besides that, Ghost Recon looked pretty cool. I think that we'll have a good amount of time playing that. Of course, South Park Stick of Truth looked freaking hilarious and awesome. Can't wait to play that. And then, Watch Dogs looked great. But I'm really excited for For Honor, because I thought that was going to be a strictly multiplayer game, and the single player looked pretty cool. So I'm pretty excited about that, most of all, just because it was something new that I'd completely forgotten about that game for the most part. So it was cool for them to bring it back and show some single player campaign. But gentlemen, let's start from the beginning.
Amen.
Ghost Recon.
Whoa. You forgot the opening Just Dance celebration.
That just shows how basic you are. Just Dance is one of the most crucial and important annual franchises in gaming history. They had this beautiful production and dance routine at the beginning of the conference, and you're like, let's just jump to Ghost Recon. How dare you, Preston?
Sorry.
Jacob and I are true fans of the franchise. Let's start with it, Jacob. What'd you think?
He was even editing during...
First of all, before you unsubscribe to us, I'm really sorry for offending you if you're a Just Dance fan. So I'm really sorry. That was really cool. So yeah, I'm sorry.
Did they show anything for the game, or was it just...
Oh, I wasn't, because we were having technical difficulties when they're doing Just Dance, which we were laughing about the whole time. We're like, we're glad they're getting this crap over with. We're trying to figure out what's happening with our stream right now.
I think it was just like a stage performance.
Yeah, it just looked like people dancing around. Aisha Tyler came out and did her thing. Of course, she had to say Ladywood at least once. And speaking of Ubisoft, before we continue into the list of everything we saw, I'd realized that Microsoft was like rolling with the punches. Like, let's get as much information as we out there and just give the people what they want. Where Ubisoft seems to always focus on, in addition to showing all their cool content, they usually just try to see how much they can entertain the crowd, which I feel like at the end of the day, like, yeah, that can be good and it has its time and place, but E3 people just want to see everything you can show us, like as much as you can in one conference without, like you said, dragging it out for them. How long is it? Like 2 hours?
It was 2 hours long.
Man, my goodness. But
especially when the entertainment is like 90% just cringy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So,
but Ghost Recon Wildlands, we saw our first uninterrupted gameplay.
Yeah.
With the classic Ubisoft banter.
Yeah.
Between the players. So just first impressions on this game. What do y'all think?
I'm excited about it. Ghost Recon has never been on my radar ever. I've always been aware of all the ones that came out in our past, but I never really played any of them. This one, I will most definitely give a try. One, because I've always loved open world games. With the fact that it's co-op, you can play with friends. There's that stealth element in there, and there's the multiple vehicles, weapons, ways you can take down targets, blah 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 blah. I'm sure we'll hear more as the game goes on, but that's obviously the basic synopsis. But I just think the gameplay looks like a lot of fun, and it's funny because even though it's the laughable part of the demos is always like the players being like, okay, take out that sniper, but in a way I like it advertised that way, because in real life most people are just going to be like just acting like idiots the whole time,
just running in there, just blowing everything up. If
anyone knows us well in our Division Let's Plays, we every game we ever play, we act just like that in the demo, but we're for real. Like that's how we play games. They're very serious matters to us, and missions are important to complete. You can't joke around about it.
Yeah.
But like you said, I think we're going to have a lot of fun playing that together, all three of us. Possibly maybe if Jay picks it up, all four of us could do missions together. But
will we remain the string beans?
Sure. Yeah, sure. I like that.
It looks like there's character customization in that.
Yeah.
I don't really think that this, as far as I know, they haven't shown anything that would lead me to believe that there's a group of 4 characters you choose to be. It just kind of looked like random run-of-the-mill spec
soldiers,
ops dudes. So one thing I was a little disappointed in, the last Ghost Recon game I played was Future Soldier, I believe, and stealth was a big part of that game.
You could like turn invisible in that game, couldn't you?
Yeah. And it looks like stealth is a part of this game, but not really deep at all. It's just like everybody running around shooting people with silencers and doing the generic neck snap and stuff. So I hope there's a little more options and gadgets and stuff to, make the stealth more, compelling. Because as of now, it just looks super, I wouldn't say generic, but just super, not complicated in the slightest. Just, running around doing that. But, I mean, I don't know, maybe in an open world you can only do so many things, like with the AI and stuff. I don't know. I'm not a game developer, but I thought it looked fun. I thought the chase at the end looked really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can imagine us having a lot of fun with that.
Totally.
Fractured Butthole next. They came out, showed us some classes. Like, I think I remember, there was like a brawler type and a speedster type. So pretty much like the Stick of Truth. You're able to customize your class, and there's like a funny take on them. I think you said there was like a ass cannon or something.
It was called like Ionic ass cannon or something like that.
So I like it's cool that it's like the next day after the Stick of Truth, where the gameplay, it showed you walking around with your king like you had just won the game. And they're like, we're starting over now. You're a douchebag again. Just really funny. The combat looked, it's not just a like a turn-based RPG like the Stick of Truth was. There's you can actually move around the battlefield and use objects, knock them into objects and flanking them and hiding behind cover and stuff. So it's a lot more in-depth. Then there's a time mechanic where you fart, and I don't really think they showed exactly what that
I think
meant.
That's just one of them,
I don't know, but it looked pretty cool. But I'm definitely excited. When I buy the game, hopefully I'll have a little bit of free time to be able to actually play through the Stick of Truth. As of now, I'm just really packed with things to play. But I definitely would like to play that game. That's coming out December 6th. And really quick, Wildlands is coming out March 7th. I forgot to state that. But back to South Park. It's coming out December 6th.
Yeah, I think my favorite part of that, I mean, obviously the game looks great, but I thought one of the most, the comedic brilliance of it is just the fact that they're mocking our modern superhero movie situation. How like Marvel waited till phase 3 to sneak in the black guy, and we're not going to suffer, we're not going to end up burning out halfway through phase 1 like DC and stuff. Just all the conversations they're having regarding all the superhero movies we have now is so accurate and so hilarious. Just that it was brilliant to me that they incorporated this into their superhero game. But it's great. So I'm very excited about that one.
Super funny. Anything to add, Jacob?
about.
You okay over there?
Not
Yeah,
Stick
you
of Truth.
okay?
Yeah, I was got a little kink in my nose.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jacob. It's been a long day.
Yeah. Did we mention that Stick of Truth is coming with
Yes.
a butthole?
Yeah, we did.
A butthole.
It's coming with a butthole.
You guys
Pre-order,
pretty
you get a
much
butthole.
covered- You guys pretty much covered it.
Cool.
Yeah, okay, cool, man. Division Underground, we learned some more about that stuff. We already kind of talked about this a little bit during the Xbox press conference, but 3 free outfits. 3 free outfits.
3 free outfits. That can be hard to say.
That is pretty hard.
Okay.
3 free outfits are coming with the Underground purchase, I believe. One from Rainbow Six Siege, Wildlands, and of course Sam Fisher's Get Up. So that's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I won't play it still, but it's cool.
They showed Survival, a new expansion. That looked pretty interesting.
I was intrigued by that.
I don't know what it was, but it looked
Yeah.
cool. So if there's like a new survival mechanic, that could be pretty cool. I kind of have a feeling that's probably what it is. Hence the name Survival. And
Right.
the trailer looked like you're surviving things. So that's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Eagle Flight VR.
Yeah.
Capture the Rabbit PvP mode.
This was the one demo that I 100% zoned out of, because the whole time I was editing our Microsoft recap, and I hope you guys, because I enjoy doing these videos, but they're a lot of work, and I enjoy like adding in the gameplay and trailers and stuff to the video. So if you like that, please let us know. If you don't care that much, I'll just stop doing it, because it takes me like a couple hours to edit these videos because of all those things. So the whole time we're watching Ubisoft, I'm editing Microsoft, and when that demo started, and it was like 3 minutes into the demo, I was like, okay, here's my chance to actually focus on what I'm doing. Not that say that the game sucks or anything, but I'm not interested in it. It's cool that it's VR. It looked exciting in a way that you're flying around and stuff. And that's the thing about VR. It's funny, even though so far this E3 they've successfully demoed the minimal things they've shown on VR, but it is still so hilarious to watch like 8 people on a stage just like fling their heads around playing VR. It's like, I understand that, I mean, I've never played it yet, but I understand that when you're playing it, it's like you get it. It's just a totally different experience, but watching someone do VR is just hilarious.
Yeah. I thought it looked pretty fun. I bet you it would be fun playing it. But that's all I really have to say. They kind of like, I think the games they chose to like focus on VR were, I don't think that they should have dedicated that much time to those specific games. Those are, like I was talking about with the Fee game in EA's Play event. That's the type of game you show in a montage, just like Flight VR, whatever it's called, and the Star Trek thing, which we'll get to. I feel like those would have been things to just show in a montage saying like, hey, we're working on these, not dedicate, a set amount of time to them.
Right.
But whatever. But I think it looks pretty fun, I guess. So
Yeah, it looked entertaining. It looked fun. You could shoot enemies with like screams. I don't know.
I don't know. I bet you like actually flying around in a headset is pretty like just a cool experience. So, and we're, like I said, we're all we see is just a not very good, like, or not a game with a lot of graphical fidelity, like from our end, that just looks like a game you're flying around and stuff. So it's a completely, different experience if you actually have the headset on. So it's kind of hard to judge it from the outside, but I believe it looks pretty fun. So then the Star Trek Bridge Crew. Okay.
I zoned out during this too.
That looks cool. I guess if you like Star Trek, that's cool, and if you can do it with other people, that's
now that
cool.
was like Star Wars Millennium Falcon co-pilot, and you're like a co-pilot to Han Solo or something is like, you can run around the Millennium Falcon and like help out there or something. I'd probably be more interested just because it's Star Wars.
Even then, I don't think I'd be excited.
Yeah, I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, but it probably would have held my attention more if it was Star Wars. Not to hate on Star Trek, because I enjoy the new Star Trek movies. That's all I've seen from Star Trek, so I can't call myself like a true fan or anything, obviously. But Carl Urban, I thought it was cool in the sense that just for the sake of the demo, they like brought out, or for the video at least of the demo, they brought out all those actors from like historical Star Trek movies and even the new ones. And I stand by the fact when I said even during the demo, I'm like, man, Carl Urban is awesome. He's such an underrated actor. I feel bad because I think he's great and he's not in a whole lot of stuff. But yeah, I guess that was cool. They all seemed enthused by it.
Yeah.
Of course, they were being paid to be there.
Yeah.
But
I guess it's another thing you kind of have to be doing. But even so, you're just sitting at a desk poking buttons.
Right.
So I don't know. I guess if you're a big old school Star Trek fan, that probably would be freaking awesome. But anywho, For Honor. Sorry, I have a big ulcer on my lip. I bit the crap out of my lip.
When did you do that? Okay. What were you doing when you bit it?
I was eating.
What were you
and I
eating?
did it once. I don't remember. I bit it once. I was like, "Ooh, that hurt." Then like 5 seconds later, I did it again, even deeper, and I was like,
"Same spot."
Yeah, I was like, "That's gonna swell up."
Yeah,
and it is. So sorry if I'm misspeaking, because I will occasionally lick the sore, and I'll be like, and I'll forget what I'm saying.
Oh, that sucks.
And I burnt the crap out of my tongue the other night too. So my tongue
and your
feels,
mouth is just a disaster.
My tongue feels
right
really
now.
fuzzy, when you burn it.
Yeah.
So I have a fuzzy tongue. My lip feels extremely swollen. I'm a little dehydrated because I drank a large Baja Blast and haven't had any water today. So my lips are a little pasty.
You're just a hot mess, aren't you?
So yeah, excuse me if I'm misspeaking. So anyways, For Honor, campaign gameplay was shown as the Viking, busting down a samurai place. Well, first of all, let's talk about the story, or what we saw from the story. So it looks like they were about to get along with each other, the three factions, and a knight of some sort shot the Viking with an arrow and instigated the conflict yet again. So it looks like the story looks like there's going to be either a fourth faction, or she kind of looked like a knight keeping this ongoing war, going. So that was pretty cool. I guess that's all we know, but I have a feeling that it could be a pretty cool story. But so we see the Viking attacking this samurai fortress thing. We saw a bunch of little tiny mob guys that you're taking out really easily, and then you would transition into the one-on-one fights, which from what I saw, it looks like you can see based on the three directions, like the little triangle. You can look at their triangle and see where they're blocking, and you attack different angles, and then you can see where they're attacking, and you have to block with the right stick and stuff. So it's refreshing to see a third-person combat game that's not ripping off the Arkham series.
For sure.
So that's pretty cool. I'm excited for that. Anything else to say? But this is all we saw was just cool gameplay. The graphics look nice.
It looks fun.
What's the third faction besides Vikings and Samurai?
Knights.
Knights. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember the part where he shot that hook up onto the wall?
Yeah.
I was like, this is Lord of the Rings. This is awesome.
Yeah.
And when the orcs are scaling the wall. I believe that's 2 towers, right?
Yeah, it is.
Except they had a ladder.
That's true.
And they weren't Vikings. And there were no orcs.
True.
I get what you mean, Jacob.
But there's no other movie that has something like that I know of. But I made a comment during the conference that I thought it was cool how when you have this bigger enemy coming up to you, it puts you in a one-on-one fight, and the other guys, the other minions, they're they stand back a little bit, and they're, as if they're watching and waiting for their leader to beat your ass.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the thing that stood out to me originally, was just the fact that you have these really cool one-on-one sword fights, which is something I really wanted to see pulled off. Remember they had tried to do a Prince of Persia reboot that had a different art style, and there was it was purely one-on-one fights the whole game.
Yeah,
actually, that was the last game I played that was kind of like this, and this game also reminds me of that trailer we got called From Absolver, the game, where I told you you were you wake up the mask on this one.
I went and looked at that trailer after you told me, and it looks really cool.
It does.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely intrigued by these one-on-one swordplay games we got coming. So, and
with this being multiplayer too, that's going to be, I think, really fun to actually fight people one-on-one with a, just, I don't know, just that seems like a relatively fun, different, definitely fresh, as opposed to just a standard fighting game. You're still looking where to block and but you don't have to memorize combos and stuff. It's literally just attacking where they're not blocking and stuff. So I think that's a pretty cool idea that I haven't really seen in the game.
Totally.
So February 14th, I think you can sign up for an alpha on their website. So I'll probably try and at least do that tonight.
Cool.
Because I would like to try it out. Grow Up, sequel to the Grow Home game.
I never played the first one.
It was free on PlayStation Plus one month. I never played it. I saw a YouTube guy play it one time, and I don't know what to say about that, guys. I'm sorry.
I mean, either. It's coming, though.
It's coming.
What I wrote down under the that topic was catchy trailer tune.
Yeah,
catchy trailer tune.
That's all I remember.
So I guess if you're a fan of Grow Home, I guess you're pretty excited for this. So let me know if you are. I'd be interested to know if I should check out Grow Home, and why. So Trials of the Blood Dragon. They had a excessively long intro to that game.
Yeah.
It looks cool. They're blending Blood Dragon and Trials together.
Mm-hmm.
It's out now.
Yeah, that's cool.
Looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah, pretty cool. Now, Watch Dogs 2 showed us a different demo than we had seen previously.
And this is basically what we expected, was an in-depth demo with like commentary from whoever was playing it and stuff. So
I left that demo thinking very positively about it. I've been looking into some Twitter stuff, and people seem to be harping on it. They're like, I heard a complaint a few times saying like, oh, all those stealth things look just not useful if you can just shoot people and stuff like that, which I don't really necessarily.
You can shoot people in any stealth.
I know,
game.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, that's just a different way to play, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you can play the game not killing people, and I'm sure there's going to be a like karma system perhaps if you're killing people or not. So I've
heard that you can play the whole game going undetected.
Yeah, and it showed him. I don't think he killed one person in his playthrough. He used the stun gun. The only time he whipped out his assault rifle was to shoot some glass to jump through.
Yeah.
So that's probably how I'll be playing it.
Yeah, me too. That's how I mostly played through the first one.
Yeah. Well, granted, you had to kill a bunch of people in the first one.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Isn't there like this one part in Watch Dogs 1, or is this a different game where you have to like, it's like playing like horde mode essentially? There's like a mission where you have to defend something and just like waves of guys
some like
keep
side
coming.
missions like that.
I remember that.
But the parkour looked freaking awesome. Like, it looked better than Assassin's Creed. Like, honestly, just the fidelity of it.
It looks
like,
awesome.
That looked super awesome. So I'm super excited to play that. The hacking looked way more in depth with the cars and like messing with people. And I like how there's actually a line that goes out to it that like shows you what you're connecting with and stuff.
Right.
The stealth looked really good. Just like the crouching animations, just looked really good. The cover system, moving from cover to cover, looked very Division-esque.
Yeah.
Or old Splinter Cell looked like that. So it's cool. With there not being a Splinter Cell game coming out, I'll be looking to Wildlands and this game to kind of get my tactical stealth fix.
For sure.
So it looks cool.
It does.
So I'm really excited for that. I hope the co-op is pretty good, because I would love to do some stealth stuff with you guys.
Definitely.
So very cool. November 16th, of course, coming out.
Don't forget the Watch Dogs film.
Yeah, the film. That was kind of interesting. I guess. I don't know why they would do a Watch Dogs film.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. It's an interesting world.
If they can make it more interesting
story.
than Black Hat, because Black Hat I heard was like awful, and that was about hackers and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of, it's not generic in the sense of like a game, because it's somewhat different than all these other open world games, but in the sense of a movie, that just doesn't seem like...
Yeah, how could you make it fun to watch?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Unlike Assassin's Creed, which we'll talk about that right now. Like, that's a completely different style of movie that we really haven't seen in terms of like the animus and stuff like that. So our extended look of Assassin's Creed showed us a lot more footage than I've seen. And I think a lot of people have seen, because I haven't really gone looking for Assassin's Creed footage. I just happened to stumble upon the first trailer.
That was the first time they've shown that stuff.
So. Okay, cool. So I'm really excited for this movie. I think it looks awesome. I think the combat, the parkour, just the whole style of it looks freaking awesome. Granted, the story and stuff could suck, but I think the action at least looks really awesome.
Yeah, impressive cast of characters too. They got a lot of big names in that movie, which is cool. And although it being an obvious one, we did indeed predict that we would see Assassin's Creed movie stuff in place of normal Assassin's Creed stuff, which makes sense. But yeah, like you said, the movie looks cool. I'm glad we got to see some behind the scenes. And one thing I do appreciate is that most of the stuff they showed behind the scenes looked like it was from scenes that we've already seen in the trailer, so they're not giving too much away. So I'm hoping the story is entertaining, because you can make any movie can look cool, but pulling off an interesting story with characters you actually care about is always the most difficult part, I'd imagine. So hopefully they utilize the acting ability of Michael Fassbender and the additional cast to bring us an original, exciting, and intriguing Assassin's Creed story.
Well said.
Very cool. Oh yeah, PS4, back to Watch Dogs again. Sorry, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. 30 days before other platforms in terms of DLC for PS4 for Watch Dogs. Cool, I guess. Then Steep. They ended on Steep. I was really hoping they were going to end on something.
We were praying for
Steep.
Splinter Cell the whole time.
I knew it wasn't going to happen, especially they're not going to end on a Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
But, well, I don't know. They ended on a Ghost Recon, so I guess anything's possible. Last year, they ended on a Ghost Recon. But Steep, I don't really understand who this game's for.
Evan Capolina.
I guess he's a friend of ours.
I bet Zach would like it too.
I don't think this game's going to sell well.
I think that's definitely a good assumption. I think that's what we were all really thinking when we saw it.
I mean, it's very beautiful. It's very beautiful. It looks like a lot of money has been put into this. Like, it's got AAA all over it, but it's just a very, like...
It's out of left field
game. Like,
I'd like to mess around in it for a while. I don't know if I'd play it for very long. I don't know if
seems
it's
like
worth, $60.
Yeah, it seems like a mess around with game. Yeah. Exactly. So...
I would like to play a beta of that. That seems like the game that would need a beta since it's like online and stuff like. Because I would love to just play the beta, and if I'm at the end of the beta, if I'm like no thanks, then I got my fill of it.
Yeah.
But
I just feel like there's no like end goal in the game. Like
right, it's just like carve these sick lines on skis or a snowboard or a wingsuit. It's like cool, but
you can make some cool videos.
And that's a lot of like those are a lot of different things. Wingsuits. Snowboarding, skiing. Like, it's not like they're just like, we're gonna make the best snowboarding game possible. Like, they're diving into like a ton of sports. So like, are all of them gonna be as fun as the others? Like, is one gonna suffer because they're focusing on other things and stuff?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's just very. That came out of left field.
It's an interesting idea.
Yeah, the one thing that is cool about it to me is that it's the fact it's an open mountain. It's not like a linear snowboarding game. It's like, here's your track, do the track at the end. It's like carve your own path. It's like at the beginning they're like, the mountain's a canvas and you create your own painting. It's like far out, man. But it's cool that if you just see a massive cliff and you're like, I'm gonna jump off that on a snowboard and hope I survive. And if I do, I create this cool line that other people can kind of do as well, which is cool. But like I said, maybe we'll get a beta, maybe a demo if we're lucky. I'd like to give it a try at least, but I guess we'll just wait for the reviews in the future. Yeah. They give us a release date on that?
Isn't it coming out this year?
No, they didn't say anything. They said beta is going to happen at some point.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean, I'm assuming if you're like really into snowboarding and stuff, that would seem
Actually,
cool.
they said it comes out this December.
The entire game?
Yes.
Yeah, I could have sworn they said December.
They said that.
Really? The whole game's released this December?
Or is it either that or maybe the beta comes before that? I don't know.
They said this December the game will come out.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
That's interesting. I did not think that. Okay, cool.
I mean, the game, there's a lot in what they showed, so it doesn't surprise me. I mean,
yeah.
Just because they're announcing it right now,
yeah,
it didn't surprise me.
You looking it up right now?
Yeah.
Look, man, this isn't working for me.
Yeah, it launches this winter. Interesting. That's cool.
Cool.
Well, guys, Ubisoft press conference was very long.
It was.
Had a lot of cool gameplay, though. So, as of now, Microsoft knocked it out of the park. Ubisoft kind of stumbled across the finish line.
But they made it.
And EA took about 2 steps and fell flat on their face.
Yeah.
So, hopefully, Sony, coming up in about an hour, can provide us with another very exciting conference. So I'm very excited for that.
Definitely.
I know you guys at home are very excited for that as well. So please let us know down below what you thought of Ubisoft's press conference. And please subscribe to the channel to get all the up-to-date news on our E3 coverage. And we will see you guys at the press conference that Sony will be doing.
That was very proper. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And to all of you who will be watching Sony and the late across the seas, our friends across the world that'll be watching it in the late hours of the night, just know you're in my thoughts and prayers. You can do it. You can make it. It's worth it. It's E3. Suffer through. We're doing it together, even though here it's normal hours. But
and let Garrett know how good his editing is on these videos.
Yeah, I don't even care about that.
Please.
You could say it looks like crap. Just let me know if you do like the videos in here. Of course, by the time you hear this, I'll have probably edited all the videos already anyway.
Yeah. Well, let us know in the case of like any future videos we do, if it was worth the effort. I think it will be because I think it looks really cool.
I enjoy watching them like that. So
yeah.
But yeah, it was a pleasure. Yeah. Please let us know your thoughts.
Yeah. And I'm going to reword this really quick. We'll see you guys at the Sony press conference.
There we go.
Yeah, take that take instead.
Yeah, okay.
Just edit out the other one.
Yeah, I will. Cool.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.